Hey guys, it's Arx here and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone had a nice new year and I'm back once again with another keyboard review and another budget keyboard from Chilkey. Today we are going back to the basics, so let's take a look and listen at the new ND65 by Chilkey. But first, a quick message from today's video sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for all your PCB prototyping needs. They do offer a lot of PCB prototyping services, from advanced PCBs and even rigid flex PCBs. Now, they are also still having their New Year promotion, which you can get vouchers and also get discounts, and even join a New Year themed design event contest. If you are interested, you may check out PCBWay.com, links in the description. A quick disclaimer that the board was sent over by Chilkey for review, but I wasn't paid to make the review, and of course, I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the board. I'll place my affiliate link down below in case you are keen on getting the ND65. So what is the ND65? Continuing their budget line of keyboards being the ND or not defined, ND65 is your basic pre-built all aluminum case, tri-mode PCB or the option to go just wired PCB, a classic gasket mount, and a side light design to add some flair on your desk. Now for the pricing, it only starts at $69 for a wired version and $79 for the tri-mode PCB. Now let's go ahead and unbox. We get the usual ND series box, and opening it up, we are greeted with the user instruction, and as usual, I highly suggest to take time in reading this. We also get the usual USB cable, the 2.4 dongle, a switch and keycap puller, and some extra switches. Taking a closer look at the board, we have here a classic black case. Now this is the only color option available. Let's take a look at the finishing treatment. So this is a full anodized finish, and I gotta say, for $69, it's not bad of a finish. It has a very smooth texture, though I can see a bit of a grayness to the finish, but nonetheless, the finishing treatment quality, it's very good for its price. Now for the design aspect, with Chilkey's ND series, you can expect a very simple and minimal look to the board, and honestly, holding it now, this really looks like a basic 65%. It kinda takes me back to the early days of the keyboard hobby, like the Anpro, Keymove, and Wamier keyboards. Now bezel wise, it has the rounded corners, not too sharp, and also not too thick and thin on the bezels. Now the side profile, it has that classic box wedge look to it, and as mentioned earlier, it has that side light acrylic design. And taking a look at the back of the board, this is kind of like a two-tone now because we have a silver for the back case. It's very simple, just the ND logo at the center, and you can also see the toggle switch here for the wired and wireless option. Now for the pre-built on the board, it has a double shot PBT cherry profile, and unlike the NDTKL and the ND75, I kind of find these not too premium looking. Now the fonts are decent, but it has that very budget look and feel to the keycaps. But then again, we have to consider this is a below $100 pre-built board, so it might be me being nitpicky. Now for the switches, it's using the Kale Blue Lotus linear switch, 45-gram actuation, and a 50-gram bottom-out force. It's very smooth with its pre-factory lube, and it sounds very clacky on the build. Now, everything looks good on paper, but I need to highlight this. The PCB is using a north-facing PCB. Now, we all know north-facing is a thing in the past, and with now on how common a cherry profile is on a keyboard setup, this might be a deal breaker for some. And also, the stabs included is plate mounted, but has the option for a PCB mount. And out of the box, the stabs didn't come in with a pre-factory lube. So I believe that's all you need to know about the ND65. Let's now hear the sound test. For the sound test, we'll use the stock Blue Lotus switches and two other switches for a quick sound comparison. Now also remember, before the sound test, the sound and experience on the board will always vary depending on how you built it. So please do enjoy the sound test on the new ND65 by Chilkey. And that was a sound test on the ND65. Please do let me know and what you think about them on the comment section down below, and let's have some quick discussions. Also, thank you for staying. Let's now talk about my overall thoughts on the ND65. Overall, with my honest opinion or thoughts on the ND65, it's really a bit lackluster and underwhelming considering they released the ND75 prior to this, so I was expecting to have a ball cut structure for the quick assembly and also a south-facing PCB. It's truly the standard right now. Now to me, the ND65 feels like an outside series out of the ND, so it's kind of like a different board from Chilkey, and in my opinion, this is really kind of targeted for those who wants to start in the hobby and call it a one and done, and maybe just to upgrade from their plastic keyboard. Another thing that I would also like to add is the lack of the QMK or VIA. As for beginners, it would be a hassle to install third-party software, and to think that this has no LED screen for you to customize, having a VIA or QMK would have been a good decision. And lastly would be the PCB. This really feels like an outdated keyboard with its north-facing PCB, and somehow shows that Chilkey kind of prioritized the RGB lighting, and as mentioned earlier, nowadays south-facing PCB are really the standard, and with this one, this somehow adds another layer in considering when getting the board, of course when you have a cherry profile keycaps, because it really interferes. But yeah, that is my honest thoughts on the ND65. I am not really a fan of this release on their ND series or with Chilkey, and hopefully they will update this 65% along the way. And with that being said, that is it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the review on the ND65, and I hope you somehow find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to like the video, you can share view once, and of course, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next keyboard review. Peace.